to this episode of Car Wash Magazine Live. I am your host, Matt DeWolf, Editor-in-Chief of Car Wash Magazine. Hey, if you are new here, this is your first time watching this show, we are here to give you one quick idea through a smattering of different ways. We're either going to give you a little bit of humor. You might have one takeaway there. We're going to give you some quick news updates, and we're going to give you some quick takeaways from people that we have the opportunity to talk to and share their stories, whether that's in Car Wash Magazine, whether that's in Car Wash News, whether that's in Car Wash the Podcast, or live at Car Wash Magazine Live Studios. So I said that I would do this in 10 minutes or less. My clock is ticking, my friends, so let's get into it, shall we? So this month is Member Month for International Car Wash Association. It's member appreciation, member celebration, whatever you want to call it. It's a great opportunity for you to showcase your support. ICA does have some exclusive Pitch 20 sessions available for members only. Those were shown and running all through the Car Wash Show 2022 here this spring in Nashville. And so if you want to check those out, you want access, you got to be a member. We'll throw that link in the video here on Facebook. And look, because we can, up on your screen now, you've got a little bit of a discount code for you, a promotional offer, if you will. Use that code June10. That's a capital J, lowercase UNE, the number 1, the number 0, at carwash.org/join, and you will get 1 month free. Yeah, that's right. 1 month free of your ICA membership. Now, let's move on from that, all right? So I said 10 minutes or less. We're still ticking. Here is a super quick takeaway for you. Powerful stuff from Jason O'Harris from Car Wash the Podcast.
People, they want to be heard, they want to be understood, and they want to be acknowledged. That's the baseline. And when you're leading a team, you have to create that psychological safety to enable people to be willing to speak up. And then you as the leader have to be willing to hear them, understand them, and acknowledge them. And then you also have to be willing and prepared to take action on what they are telling you.
There it is. That's your one quick takeaway from Jason O'Harris. If you want the full program, we do have that in long form content for you wherever you're consuming your podcast content. Remember, that's Car Wash the Podcast. Now it's time for, I've got like theme music playing in my head. Maybe we'll make a theme for this, but it is time for This Week in Car Wash. Here we go. We've got drought restrictions being enacted out in San Diego, out in California there. But this is actually going to benefit washes a little bit here because it's really a ban on driveway washing. And they're very vocal in saying that professional car washes are okay to use, and that's great news. And that comes from the folks out there, many years, strong relationships and strong education with their municipalities. So really, it's never a question of if drought is going to impact your business or become something that you need to think about, but really it's a matter of when. And so I would say you should make sure that you have great relationships with those municipalities and are really educating folks on how you use water in your business every day. So let's go on to the next one, shall we? What else is This Week in Car Wash? We've got Splash Car Washes in the Northeast there has acquired Wash Boss. That brings them to 33 locations, I believe, and this is their first one in Albany, New York. So continued expansion there. Weird, right? We don't talk about that every week or anything. So here we go. What else is going on this week in Car Wash? Well, I've got a great article for you in Car Wash Magazine. This one's called Stick Around. So if you go to carwashmagazine.com, you can check that article out. It's all about creative ways to recruit and retain talent in what is, as we all know, a continuously challenging labor market. So check that out. If you want to get that mailed right to your mailbox, be an ICA member. Remember, that code is June10, capital J. All right, friends. One last thing, I've got an event for you. We have an automotive industry and car washing webinar coming up. Again, this is an exclusive to ICA members, but you can join and you can get signed up for that. That's going to be Derek Kaufman, who has worked with the ICA for a number of years on kind of working with what's new in vehicle technology and has done some really great surveys and stuff for us. He's going to be talking about how automotive industry is planning for car washing. And so we'll figure out if they are or if they're not, and then maybe what role we might be able to play in that. So that is something you need to register for. We'll put that link in the in the video feed here below as well. You can always find it at carwash.org to make sure that you can sign up for that. That's June 22nd, right? So that's next week. So get on it. All right. Look, I've got one more thing for you here. I've got our last takeaway. Look, I'm cruising. I'm going to hit this 10-minute mark. So if you took the over on 10 minutes, you're going to lose. Maybe. I don't know. Here we go. All right. So this week on Car Wash the Podcast, we had a conversation with Chris Riddell. He's a futurist, super smart guy. He was actually, fun story, in the middle of a 6-week trip with his toddler when we recorded this interview, but you would never know it because he must have the most well-behaved child on the planet. She just chilled the whole time and didn't make a peep. So we recorded for probably about 40 minutes. You can check out that full conversation, but here is your one quick takeaway.
There's a real message here. We love stories. As human beings, we love stories. So whether you're using your data that you're collecting to do whatever it is that you're doing, make it to be about telling a story. Because if you can be the business that's using data to tell a story, to do something different, to separate yourselves, that's where you'll win. And car wash industry, man, like I said, it's the similarities with the airline industry, and the airlines that have pushed through this COVID era because they've been spanked the hardest. They've come out and told stories. They've come out and told stories about the history of aviation and flying and what it means to be a part of X, Y. That's how they've nailed that. And fundamentally, they've used data to do it.
There you go. So that's just a little taste of that conversation for you. Again, that's a Car Wash the Podcast, wherever you are consuming your podcast content. Hey, a quick shout out to Ronnie Talbot. Thanks for joining us today, Ronnie. Brian Olson, we see you too. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Ronnie's got a question there about car wash OEMs slowing up some. Parts available today with little funnels. Ronnie, I might be missing your question a little bit. Are you saying that there's a little delay? I think you're saying that supply seems to be coming back for you, but everybody's getting a little less busy. That might be true. Maybe we just finally beat the supply chain. As if, right? Here we go. Hey, there's 2 things I need you to do, all right? One is subscribe to us, leave us a rating wherever you're watching this. Make sure you support what we're doing. And number 2, when you're out there, keep it clean.